What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to WWE 2K19 AI Universe Mode. This is Raw is War, Week 24, and the final Raw before the upcoming Raw is War exclusive pay-per-view, and we are coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Oh God, we don't talk about David Otunga, Michael Cole, but we are starting off the evening with one-on-one action between two of the greatest professional wrestlers who have ever stepped foot inside of the squared circle. We have, ooh, yeah, the cream of the crop, Randy Macho Man Savage going one-on-one with the great one, The Rock, and Randy Savage finally picking up momentum, being able to defeat the Ultimate Warrior, but will his momentum continue tonight against the Great One? The Rock has not been seen in quite a while, but nonetheless, he is The Rock, and I'm sure he's going to put up one hell of a fight. Here we go, opening match of Week 24.
The following contest is a knockout match. Making his way to the ring from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 237 pounds, Macho Man, Randy Savage. He's back! And his opponent, from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 275 pounds, The Rock!
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Macho Man and the Great One ready. The ref is ready, the crowd is ready, and the bell sounds. Starting off with a lockup between these two legends of the wrestling business. I'm not sure what the crowd is chanting, but St. Louis is hot tonight. And as said before, Randy Savage was on quite a losing streak for a while, but able to pick up a victory over the Ultimate Warrior. And woo, yeah, Macho Man feeling it. Fighting back against The Rock. Oh, The Rock ducking the clothesline, turning Savage around, and a huge back suplex, putting the Macho Man on the mat. And because this is the final Raw is War before the pay-per-view, every single wrestler here tonight wanting to pick up a victory. Shot to the face. Throwing him on the mat and using the bottom rope as a slingshot for a huge stomp, and Macho Man getting the shoulder up before the one. The Rock still has a lot of damage to do to the Macho Man before he can even think about picking up a victory. Elbow to the gut, and here comes Randy Savage with the STO. And now raining down the shots onto the head of the Great One. Now Macho Man going for the pin and actually gets the one count, but still a long way to go. We are still early match here. And Randy Savage Russian leg sweep, putting The Rock down. And Macho Man up to the top, calling The Rock to his feet, and you gotta think he's thinking about that double axe handle, and he hits it bullseye on the forehead of The Rock, and right back up goes Savage, pointing to the sky. Woo, yeah! Macho elbow to the heart of the Great One. 1, 2, and The Rock able to get the shoulder up at 2.5. Savage so close to getting another victory here tonight. But The Rock still has plenty left in the tank and is looking to retaliate here. Up on the shoulder, stun gun across the top rope goes the Macho Man, and The Rock is setting up. No! Savage able to get out of The Rock's clutches, but here comes the Great One. Turning him over, neck breaker connecting on point, and look at The Rock! Ooh, yeah! The disrespect to the Macho Man clothesline, following up with another, and I don't know how the hell has The Rock ever, oh my god, look at The Rock. The Rock just making fun of Macho Man. One, no, Savage with a shoulder up. The Rock, one of the greatest showmen in wrestling history, STO. I thought he was about to hit a rock bottom there. And speaking of which, he's setting up once again. Rock bottom connecting. Hook of the leg. 1, 2. And Macho Man still in this match. And The Rock needs to watch the taunting of Randy Savage. You do not want to piss off the Macho Man. Elbow to the gut, and Savage looking to come back here. Oh, backbreaker, and look at The Rock's leg just caught up on that rope. Uh-oh. Savage is headed up to the High Red District again, pointing towards the sky. Ooh, yeah! And The Rock has to be done. 1, 2, 3, and your winner, Macho Man, the cream of the crop, Randy Savage, with yet another victory here tonight.
I remember this part very well. And finally,
Here is your winner, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
And Savage is really climbing the ladder in the singles division as of late. Will he be able to keep it up? We will find out in the upcoming weeks, but we are moving on here in week 24, and we've got tag team action. We've got Kofi Kingston and Big E of the New Day being joined at ringside by Xavier Woods, and they are going up against Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers, in tag team action. And keep in mind, Scott Steiner is your current North American champion as well. And New Day, I don't know, has it been a while since New Day's been in action? I don't know, but I believe this is the first time Xavier Woods is going to join them at ringside, so New Day definitely with the advantage here, but I don't know if they're going to be able to overcome the muscles and the power of the legendary Steiner brothers. Here we go, New Day, the Steiners, tag team action.
WWE Universe! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your longest reigning tag champs and feel the power! Please sit down, Byron. Please. I got a goosebump parade running up and down my body. The New Day's here. The goosebump parade.
On the way to the ring, accompanied by Xavier Woods, at a combined weight of 497 pounds, Kofi Kingston and Big E, the New Day. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 556 pounds, Freakzilla, Scott Steiner, and the Gremlin, Rick Steiner, the Steiner Brothers.
And here we go, New Day versus the Steiner Brothers. And Kofi Kingston is not that small of a man. Jesus, starting off with a leaping stomp to the North American champion. And St. Louis firmly behind Kofi Kingston here tonight. But Kofi Kingston, compared to the average man, is on the larger side, but he is the smallest man in this tag team match. Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, and Big E all about the power. Kofi Kingston, though he is the smallest man, he is also the quickest in the match. As you that's so cool. Xavier Woods blowing on the trumpet like only he can. Now Kofi wrapping up Scott for the Russian leg sweep, putting the North American champion down, kick to the spine. Lifting Scott up to his feet, but Scott shoving Kofi down, showing off that power. The quickness really getting to Scott Steiner here, though, and in comes the powerhouse of the New Day, Big E. Double axe handle to the huge arm, and then the electric chair drop. And Scott Steiner has been rocked thus far. Right back into the New Day's corner, and the spear, putting Steiner down. Big E now with the alley-oop. And Xavier Woods pumping up this crowd, getting them behind the New Day. Vertical suplex, and Scott desperately needing a tag to Rick Steiner. Pulling Big E making it back up to his feet fairly quickly. Xavier, chill with the trombone, man. Oh my God, he's continuing. Will it end? Oh my God. Okay, Xavier, you're breaking my balls now. Oh, Jesus Christ. I guess we're gonna hear a marching band here tonight, and Big E now with the stomps. And yes, this is vintage New Day Unicorn Stampede, stomping all over the ripped chest of Scott Steiner. In and out the New Day go, and now Kofi with the low drop kick. And Scott Steiner is not looking good. Kofi hooking the leg. 1, 2, and Rick Steiner trying to break up the pin, but taking out the ref while he does so. Oh, going for the leaping clothesline. And I'm telling you, the quickness of Kofi Kingston is getting to Scott Steiner. Swinging neck breaker. And Scott Steiner hasn't even gotten an opportunity to even try to get a tag. Uh-oh. New Day! And Kofi with the boom drop. Oh my God, New Day is on fire. Telling you, Xavier being in their corner really does wonders for the New Day. Tag into Big E. Kofi lifting up Scott, and Midnight Hour connecting. I think it's over. No, Rick Steiner getting in there as quickly as possible. Getting back out on the apron. And this is Scott Steiner's chance to gain control of this match and get a tag in to the 100% fresh Rick Steiner. And another spear. New Day is just not allowing it to happen. Alley-oop. And Scott catching the leg of Big E, dragon screw. But now Big E catching Scott's leg with a dragon screw. And leaping for the tag, finally in comes Rick Steiner. Oh, but Big E able to move out of the way of that shoulder tackle, but Rick taking him down with another shoulder tackle. Head scissors. And the forearm shots across the head of Big E. Finally, I think Xavier put down the trumpet. Big E with a back body drop. But Rick quickly tripping up Big E. Oh my God, what a lariat. 1, 2, and Big E with the shoulder up. But God, that lariat took Big E's head off. Back up to his feet. Into the Steiner Brothers corner. Tag into Scott. I don't know how smart this is, but Rick with the powerbomb and Scott with the clothesline. Beautiful maneuver by the Steiner Brothers. 1, and Kofi in there to break up the pin. But Scott, no. Kofi coming back now. And the ref needs to gain control of this one. Scott Steiner and Big E, the legal men. And here comes E with a clothesline of his own. Dropping Scott to the mat. Into New Day's corner. Tag into Kofi. Yes. They're going for it again. Midnight Hour connecting. No, Rick right in there to break it up. But Kofi inadvertently takes down Big E with the stomp instead of Rick Steiner. Yes, and here comes Scott. This is their opportunity to pick up the victory. But no, Kofi, the quickness still getting the best of Steiner, but Steiner able to move out of the way, and the corkscrew forearm dropping Kingston. Scott snap DDT. Looked like it broke Kofi's neck. Uh-oh. Pumping up for the elbow to the chest. Hooking the leg. Big E nowhere to be seen. 2. And Kofi able to get the shoulder up. Picking him up. Oh my God, to a knee and just dropping him flat. Now Scott loves showing off those muscles, doing push-ups on the back of Kingston. In comes Rick. And Rick Steiner, Rick getting pumped up now. Has not been in the ring too often thus far. Still very, very, hands down the freshest man in the match. Picking him up to his feet. DDT planting Rick. 1. Yeah. As I said, freshest man in the match is not going to be taken down by a DDT. And Kofi now off the ropes. New Day. Boom drop to the gut of Rick Steiner. Up to his feet. Into the turnbuckle. Rick coming back with a kick to the gut, but Kofi with the jawbreaker right back into the turnbuckle. Beautiful sequence there. Big E with the spear, and Kofi off the back of Big E right into the belly to belly. Good God. The New Day has been on fire tonight. Big E now, I'm not sure what he is going for. Oh, Boston Crab, but I believe Rick Steiner was able to grab the ropes and force the break. Back in comes Kofi. Oh, and Rick Steiner rolling to the outside, right back in. Into the Steiner Brothers corner, tag into Scott, and we're gonna see it again. The power bomb clothesline. 1, 2, 3, your winner, the Steiner Brothers. I'm not sure how they pulled it out. New Day had control 90% of the match, but in the end, that powerbomb clothesline combination put an end to Kofi Kingston.
Man, this was great, and so it goes.
Here are your winners, Freakzilla, Scott Steiner, and the Gremlin, Rick Steiner, the Steiner Brothers.
And the legendary Steiner Brothers proving once again why they are one of the greatest tag teams to ever step foot in a ring. we are moving on in the evening, and up next we have more tag team action. The former World Tag Team Champions Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, the Outsiders, going up against Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks. But the Young Bucks being joined at ringside by their Bullet Club brethren, Kenny Omega and the Intercontinental Champion, Cody. And this is a huge test for the Young Bucks. Matt and Nick Jackson, currently one of the greatest tag teams in the world. But Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. And this should be a clash that will be remembered. The Outsiders, the Young Bucks, more tag team action.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 608 pounds, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, the Outsiders. And their opponents, accompanied by the Nightmare, Cody, and at a combined weight of 412 pounds, Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson.
Here we go, the Outsiders versus the Young Bucks, the power versus the speed. And, Too Sweet Supremacy on the line as well. And Kevin Nash taking control of Matt Jackson immediately. Matt looking to fight back here. Irish whip. Kevin Nash coming back, and Matt Jackson missing that super kick. The Young Bucks with some of the deadliest super kicks in wrestling history. Wheelbarrow Bulldog putting down the big man. And that quickness is going to get to Nash. As I said, it is power versus speed in this one. Now gouging at the eyes of Matt Jackson. And in comes the bad guy, Scott Hall. Oh, there's that speed once again, rolling to the outside. Turning Hall around, and the reverse DDT. Taking Scott down to the mat. And in comes Nick Jackson. You see Cody and Kenny on the outside looking on. Scott Hall with a back body drop, and now choking the life out of Nick Jackson. And the crowd not too pleased with that choking of Scott Hall, and back in comes big sexy Kevin Nash. Oh no. The torque! Gonna rip that bandana right off the head of Nick, picking him up by his face. Into the turnbuckle, and Nash going for the hip attack and coming up short. Into the turnbuckle goes Nash, knee to the face, into the Bulldog. And look at Nick Jackson, all the confidence in the world. Picking Nash up to his feet, into the turnbuckle again, knee, And once again, Bulldog putting Nash down. Kevin Nash bringing Nick down to the mat, and there's the quickness. Don't kick him in the quads. Oh, springboard, but Nash able to move out of the way. Now Nick Jackson in the clutches of Kevin Nash, fighting back with the elbows to the gut. Headlock. Oh no. Oh God, he's really working on those quads. Kevin Nash has like 5 ripped quads by now, and he's only got 2 legs. That's how bad it is out here, folks. Irish whip. Into the turnbuckle goes Nick Jackson, tag into Scott Hall. Huge shot to the ribs. But Nick Jackson coming back here. Pop-up drop kick straight to the face. Hall not going to let that one go easily. And it has really been very back and forth between these two teams. And now Hall the one feeling the pain from the knee strike bulldog combo by Nick Jackson. Stomp on the arm. And Jackson moonsault. Beautiful. And here comes Hall once again. Shoulder tackle. And Nick Jackson needing a tag to mat as soon as possible. Into the turnbuckle. But Nick fighting back. Irish whip into the Bullet Club side of the ring. And once again, that knee strike bulldog combo is really getting the best of the outsiders tonight. Yes, and hitting it again. Good God. They should really see that one coming by now. European uppercut and the clothesline dropping Nick. Hall fighting back here. Into the turnbuckle. And Nick not going for it. Instead receives a back elbow straight to the face. And Hall now leveling Nick with the clothesline in the corner. Uh-oh. Scott Hall. Choke slam. Good God. And that is not good for Nick Jackson. Into the outsider's corner. Tag into Big Sexy, and we've seen this before. Powerbomb elbow. Hooking the leg. 1. No, Matt Jackson in there to break up the pin. Fighting back against the outsiders. Matt Jackson taking on both outsiders. But the numbers game getting to him. And that was long enough for Nick to recover. And once again, no, Nash had it scouted, but the kip up and the big boot to Nick Jackson. And that is not good for Nick. Huge elbow to the chest. Jawbreaker. But Nash is tired of the antics of Nick Jackson, and are we gonna see it? Jackknife powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Your winners, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the Outsiders.
And here's another quick look at those superstars in action in that tag team battle.
Here are your winners, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, the Outsiders.
Kevin Nash and Scott Hall with the victory here tonight. They are former World Tag Team Champions, and they are looking to capture that gold again. But we are moving on to your main event match of the evening. We've got women's fatal 4-way action. We've got the most extreme woman to ever step foot inside the ring, Lita, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, the 80s rocker Toni Storm and the Raw Women's Champion Rosemary. And this is a normal fatal 4-way match, but that still means no disqualifications and no countouts. But pinfall and submission must take place within the confines of the squared circle. And you got to think, for Lita, Asuka, and Toni Storm, they are definitely looking to pick up the victory over the Raw Women's Champion. But in a match this unpredictable, any victory will do. Here we go. Your main event match for week 24 of Raw's War begins right now.
The legendary Lita is here.
Making her way to the ring from Stanford, North Carolina, Lita!
Welcome to Raw with the Empress of Tomorrow.
And her opponents. First, from Osaka, Japan, Asuka! And from Auckland, New Zealand, Toni Storm. And from the pits of hell, the Raw Women's Champion, Rosemary.
And here we go, fatal 4-way women's action. And anything can happen in this one. Some of the top women's talent in the world. The bell sounds, the match is underway, and immediately Toni Storm going after Lita, Asuka going after the Raw Women's Champion Rosemary. Her title may not be on the line, but she does not want to come up with a loss the show right before the pay-per-view, where she will have to defend her title. Spear cutting Toni Storm in half. Asuka and Rosemary going at it on the outside. Both women going for a suplex. Rosemary meets the floor. Spike Rana taking down Lita inside of the ring. And I will try to call this match to the best of my ability. But this one's going to get out of control sooner rather than later. Asuka with the Raw Women's Champion face first off the apron. Toni Storm planting the forearms into the face of Lita. And Storm locking in the cross arm breaker. Asuka right into that ring to try and break up the hold, but Lita able to make her way out of it. Over the rope goes Rosemary. Lita with the Hurricanrana. Rosemary crashing to the floor yet again. Oh, hooking the leg. And Asuka once again right back into the ring to stop this match from ending. Rosemary over the rope yet again and crashing to the floor for the third time. And Asuka has maintained control over the women's champ this entire match thus far. Lita off the top rope. And here comes Rosemary on the outside with a calf kick. I think Toni Storm just went for that knee, and Lita was able to move out of the way. Russian leg sweep. Rosemary taking it to Asuka on the outside. And Lita with the signature snap DDT, planting Storm inside the ring. And Lita's headed up top as Rosemary hitting the detonation kick. Woo, yeah! Lita with the elbow to the spine of Toni Storm. I thought she was probably going for that Lita salt. That was not the case. And Asuka now off the shoulders, body first on the apron. Jawbreaker to Toni Storm. Good God, fatal four-way matches are crazy. Hurricanrana on the outside and another spear. Lita hooking the leg. One. No, only a 1 count. Spike Rana putting Asuka down. And Lita is headed up to the top again. Are we gonna see it? Lita salt connecting. 1, 2. And Asuka breaking up the pin last second. Lita almost came out with the victory. Oh no, power bomb to Asuka. Now teaming up on Toni Storm here. Asuka still in the ring though. Storm now flying over the top. And Asuka with a cross armbar of her own, but Lita close to the ropes. Rope breaks are in effect in this one. Oh, leaping clothesline, dropping Asuka, rolling to the outside. Lita on the top rope, and she's looking to fly. Oh my God. Lita just crashed and burned. We've got all 4 women on the outside of the ring. And this one could get dangerous. Back and forth between all these women now. And now all 4 women looking to get back inside the squared circle. Big boot. And Asuka setting up for something big here. Oh, Rosemary got in the way though. Calf kick to Storm. Kick to the gut of Asuka. And Rosemary, Falcon Arrow. And Toni Storm and Rosemary, the only 2 women left in the ring. Slingshot, and back in comes the Hall of Famer. European uppercut. Back and forth between Lita and Rosemary. The windmill kick dropping Lita. Toni Storm, oh, with the knee! The knee! Oh, and both Asuka and Lita there to break up that one. And Lita, reverse twist of fate! Rosemary dropping Lita with the clothesline. Shot to the face and Olympic slam! Good God, these women are going through hell right now. Picking up Rosemary to her feet. Tossing the women's champ over the top rope to the floor. And Toni Storm and Lita, the only 2 in the ring. Kick to the gut. And Storm Zero connecting. 1, 2. And Lita able to get the shoulder up. Good God, this match has been crazy. Lita now snaps suplex. The Empress of Tomorrow to the top. Diving drop kick. Lita looking to pick up the win. No. Lita trying to steal the victory over the women's champ off Asuka's offense. Oh, going for the spinning kick, and Lita with another spear. And this is a treat for this St. Louis crowd. Calf kick, putting Lita down. Asuka breaking it up. Twisting up the arm, and oh wait, no, yes, the Asuka lock applied, but Toni Storm right there to break up the hold. Oh, but Lita, 1, 2, and Toni Storm now. Oh, missing the knee. Back suplex. And these women are putting on a show. Clothesline by Asuka, following up with another. And the thrust kick. And Asuka knocking out the Raw Women's Champion. Out of nowhere. Good God, what a match.
Remember this? And here's how she finished this thing.
Here is your winner, Asuka!
Congratulations to the Empress of Tomorrow, not only coming out victorious in the Fatal 4-Way match, but knocking out the Raw Women's Champion. We are moving on in the evening, and to end off week 24, we've got the big dog, Roman Reigns.
We thought we might hear from him tonight. By the looks of it, he is not messing around here. Let's see what he has to say.
You all know why I'm out here. There's been a lot of talk in WWE lately, more than normal, more than there should be, because it's empty talk. Well, I'm a man of substance, and I'm not going to stand on the sidelines while it continues. I made a lot of friends back there in the locker room, and I cherish every one of them. However, there comes a time when you have to put friendship aside and step into that ring. As much as I respect this person and everything they've accomplished, it's time we find out who the better man is. So, Cody, come on out here. There's something I want to talk to you about, and I want the entire WWE Universe here and at home to hear it. Calling out the Intercontinental Champion. And here comes the American Nightmare.
Not the first time, and probably not the last time we'll hear from him. You know this guy came prepared. Let's listen and see.
Look, I'm sure you have a lot to say, some things you want to express, but the one thing I'm not hearing is my name, and I'm the only thing you should be concerning yourself with right now. Wow, I have to say I'm surprised to see you right now. Of all the faces I expected to come out here, yours wasn't one. In fact, until you rudely interrupted me, I had completely forgotten about you still worked here, or is today your first day back? Either way, all we need to know is that I'm the #1 guy around here right now. Oh God, he's the guy. Your mouth is putting you in a dangerous position right now. Keep it up and I'll shut you up once and for all. There's nothing I do better than silencing an insufferable know-it-all.
Well, okay.
You really need to think before you speak, because nothing you're saying affects me in the least. Whatever issue you have, whatever gripe, let it go and move on. You're not solving any problems by coming out here and complaining about it. In fact, you're just causing yourself more problems with me. It's no secret that you've had it in for me from day one. You've never wanted me here. You never thought I earned my spot. So why don't you prove I don't belong here? You think you're so much better than me? Then you should have nothing to worry about. Let's do this. Look, you came out here and you said your piece, and I respect you for it. I do. You remind me a lot of myself. So I say this because deep down I actually kind of like you. Walk away. Walk away and we'll forget this happened. I can't help but laugh every time I see you. Who dresses you? Do your parents still pick out your outfits for you every morning? You've got no style. You look like something the fashion industry threw up, which is saying something considering how nutty they can be. No style? I purposefully am going for something different, or maybe your unsophisticated sense of style couldn't grasp that. I have no interest in appealing to tasteless fools like yourself or any of these morons. Frankly, everyone here disgusts me. Heel turn! I hope you're insured, because there's going to be one hell of a doctor's bill when I'm finished with you. You're going to realize the price you pay for fighting someone as awesome as me. I'm not saying that because I'm angry or looking for revenge. It's just the truth.
Is it just me or did something seem off there?
And the war of words between these two continues, and I have no doubt that they're about to go one-on-one for that Intercontinental Championship. And that was it for Raw is War Week 24. Match of the night I'd have to give to the Fatal 4-Way Women's match. Be sure to let me know what your match of the night was in the comments below. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the next time you will see the Raw roster in action will be at the next upcoming Raw is War exclusive pay-per-view. Remember, guys, if you enjoy my content, please leave a like, comment, and or subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Brandon Brandybear. For both, I'd be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you guys for joining me here for Raw is War Week 24. And goodbye from St. Louis, Missouri.